An NBC Bay Area News investigation is raising new safety questions about driverless cars and their ability to recognize and avoid people in crosswalks.
A member of Congress is calling our findings concerning and is now calling for action. Senior investigative reporter Bigad Shaban shows us why.
How y'all doing today?
School crossing guard Teresa Dorn has spent the past 11 years keeping children and their families out of harm's way.
Hi, good afternoon.
She thought she'd seen it all.
You're welcome.
Until she noticed some of the cars at her busy San Francisco intersection had no driver.
I just don't think it's very safe.
California remains one of the country's largest testing grounds for self-driving vehicles that offer everything from food delivery to taxi services. But Dorn says driverless cars operated by Google's sister company, Waymo, nearly ran into her 3 separate times while she was guiding families along the crosswalk.
The parent grabbed the child and looked at the car, and there was nobody driving it, so, they just grabbed their chest.
It almost hit you?
Yes, it did not recognize me in the intersection.
Even though you were standing in it with your stop sign?
Yes.
She's not the only one. We spoke to 30 crossing guards stationed at more than 20 schools across San Francisco, and nearly 1 out of every 4, roughly 25%, told us they experienced some type of close call in the crosswalk with a Waymo driverless car, where the vehicle either hit the brakes last minute or the crossing guard rushed out of the way to avoid being hit. I tell kids to stay back, one crossing guard told us, another saying, I've almost been hit half a dozen times.
So if the car wasn't able to recognize those people right away, what does that tell you?
That they should have drivers.
But not every crossing guard has had a bad experience with robotaxis. One told us they stop better than people. Another added, I've almost been hit by parents, not driverless cars. Those who have had near misses say they occurred within the past year, but none could remember exact dates or times.
Waymo said without specific details, it can't tell us what its vehicles did or why, and declined our interview request.
But in a statement, Waymo told us, we take public concerns very seriously, adding, while we're proud of our safety record, we also recognize the importance of ensuring that other road users feel confident and comfortable around our technology.
Is there a lack of oversight here?
I think what you have is well-intentioned action, but it's just not comprehensive enough.
California Congressman Kevin Mullen says the Department of Transportation is falling short of its watchdog responsibilities. He wants the agency to force driverless car companies to reveal how often their vehicles are involved in a near miss. Right now, they only have to disclose details on actual collisions. Federal transportation officials tell us they have 6 ongoing safety investigations into driverless car companies, including Waymo and Cruise. But the agency wouldn't comment on the congressman's request to expand reporting requirements.
The national data that's being captured is really limited.
What's available now isn't really telling the whole story.
That's right. The data is crucial in crafting regulations that compel these companies to focus on these areas of safety concern.
While driverless car companies can keep their close calls secret, we still found a paper trail. We obtained complaint records submitted to the California DMV, more than 200 last year. Nearly all involved Waymo and its competitor, GM's Cruise. About 30% of complaints detailed safety concerns in crosswalks.
We shouldn't have to be their crash test dummies.
I've almost been hit.
It didn't slow down at all.
We had to hit the car with our hand before it stopped.
Law enforcement tell us people need to be completely out of the crosswalk before cars are allowed to drive through. And if there's a concrete median, those walking need to have at least cleared that side of the street. But our past reporting has raised concerns about how often driverless cars comply, including when small children are involved. Cruise declined our interview request. The company is still working to address safety concerns after pulling its entire fleet of driverless cars off the road last October. Amid accusations from California regulators, its vehicles posed a public safety risk. Cruise, in a statement, said its cars are designed to detect, track, and predict the behavior of road users, including pedestrians and cyclists, adding, We have a dedicated team that investigates concerns, and the insights gathered help our autonomous vehicles improve. Waymo, in its statement, said its tens of thousands of rides every week are significantly reducing injuries and crashes compared to human drivers.
You've identified some pretty discernible patterns.
We shared our findings with Congressman Mullen.
These are complaints coming from different people from different parts of the state, sharing some pretty eerily similar safety concerns. Does that worry you?
It absolutely worries me. Those kinds of incidents where people's lives are put at risk, but it's not reportable now. We need to be looking at those.
Bye-bye.
Teresa Dorn says she's already seen the risks headed straight towards her and the kids she's trying to protect.
Do you worry one of the children that you see could get hurt?
Yes. My main concern is just making sure that they get to school safely and that they go back home safely.
With the investigative unit, I'm Bigad Shaban.